everyone. It's Sunday, January 20th, time for another HideNet Week in Review, coming to you from a very snow-covered Northeast today. Let's have a look at the reports now. In the United States, the market saw a firmer tone this week. Since the beginning of the year, sellers have been able to move enough hides to put them in good positions on a number of selections. Consequently, they're able to turn down bids lower than last sales right now, and we'll have to see how strongly steady prices truly are over the next few weeks because buyers are still resistant to paying more. Taking a look at heavy Texas steers in particular, the week started slowly with sales as low as $29, but as the days passed, buyer interest continued to be good and the bulk of sales took place at levels steady to last week, and this would be in the $30 to $32 range. This week, our U.S. report also takes a look at the average price of Texas over the past 10 years, along with a couple of the other major selections, so you'll want to be sure to take a look at that. Again, this week, there is no export report, which will be the case as long as the U.S. government shutdown drags on. With regard to slaughter, it is still in excess of 600,000, but not nearly as high as it was running through the last quarter of 2018. In fact, for 2019 so far, it's down 4.2% compared to last year. Turning to Italy, European editor Andrea Guolo writes that most selections are steady with the exception of bulls. The cow situation is better than expected because China did some buying and the second half of the month should be quieter with their approaching New Year holiday. With an exception or two, most skin origins are in a bearish situation, as are some hide selections. Not surprisingly, the UK has some types of sheepskins that are generally worthless. This week, Andrea also reports from the upholstery and fashion fairs in Cologne and Milan. In his analysis, he discusses leather, alternative materials, and sustainability with some great points on continuing challenges for leather in its efforts to reclaim some of the market share in these sectors. Turning to Latin America, editor Ronald Guiel says that in this week's negotiations, prices for TR1 were generally stable, and pressure for lower raw material prices continues. In other items about the Brazilian market, this week we saw the latest edition of Kuro Moda, which was said to go very well. In addition, the footwear sector expressed optimism for 2019 because 2018 had so many unusual factors at play, such as the truckers' strike, which affected the whole country. With regard to retail brands, we have a story about Alpargatas getting out of the professional boot segment. Elsewhere in Latin America, Colombia reported its slaughter for November. The Velez brand is changing up the format of its stores in the country. And we also have industry news from Mexico, Peru, and Paraguay. So that's all we have for this week, and we'll see you next week. Good night from HideNet.